So without further ado, I would like to hand over to our guest speaker for today's session, which is Associate Professor Ugochi Okengwu from the University Port Harcourt in Nigeria. Ugochi's research spans artificial intelligence, data science and environmental informatics. And in her talk, she'll be sharing a somewhat unique perspective, which is all about the prospect of agentic AI for crop image analysis. Advance through.
Yes, so
Okay.
the topic is the prospect of agentic AI in crop image analysis, a case study of tomato leaf disease detection mobile app that we developed. And Connie has given a lot of background about agentic AI. And for the crop image analysis, we know that the global crop losses caused by pests and diseases have some good percentage around the world. And the image-based diagnosis enables early detection for us and management. So the normal conventional AI models dictate, predict, and stops there. So no autonomous activity involved. So with that, looking at the prospects of agentic AI, we know for now is a new thing for us in the field of AI, but it can help us perceive, reason, decide, and it will act, unlike the traditional or the conventional AI models that will just dictate and it will not act. So what I feel it means for me is trying to bring in something else that would do the activity for you, whether in the field or anywhere where you are, deploying your AI tool. For example, looking at the field or the sector I'm discussing about, an AI that detects crop disease and automatically adjusts irrigation or sends a drone for targeted spraying. In most cases, for us in Africa, when you dictate such a thing, you have to make arrangements to go in to do the spraying or trying to get your crops healthy again. So we were able to develop a mobile app. It was sponsored by IDRC, CIDA, and it was managed by ACTS, African Center for Technology, and it was under a program called AI for D Africa. And we were able to develop a mobile app that could dictate 9 categories of tomato leaf diseases. And the mobile app was used by farmers, especially in Jos. They could register, they could dictate, they could also use different languages because we realized that the local language there was Hausa, so we made it a multi-language, could use English or Hausa, and you will have a little tip on what to do before you get help. And we also had a feedback mechanism to know how they feel. So looking at that and bringing in agentic AI, the key components of agentic AI, perception layer, reason engine, decision module, action interface. For me, the action interface is the magic for agentic AI, which engages IoT systems, robots, or alerts, or alerts farmers. They don't need to be there physically for some of these things to be done. So from diagnostic AI, which is the one we do normally now, to agentic AI, there are a lot of improvements. There are a lot of things that will be done that will make life easier for both farmers or health officials, depending on which sector. For traditional AI, classifies diseases, just like the one we were able to develop. And for agentic, it will classify, recommend, and act. For traditional AI, it's user-dependent, but this is self-directed and interactive. That means it can work on its own without human intervention. So isolated app for agentic is integrated and is an integrated ecosystem with IoT system, drones, sensors, and all the rest. So how agentic AI could extend the app we developed, just like any other AI app. In this context, it will be able to do what we call contextual reasoning. It will combine different sources of data, real time, and be able to give you decisions, autonomous response. It will be able to trigger drones, spraying or alert extension officer, just like what I said before. Collaborative agents coordinate irrigation and spraying. It will be able to know which area to spray more or where to spray less. It could behave better than a human being. So Glenn continuously return the data, is getting the images, and it keeps. So the benefits and prospects, just like Konya said earlier, it will help us in real-time outbreak response, precision and resource efficiency, integration with IoT and satellite fields, scalable for African smallholder farmers. Because when we deployed the mobile app, we had the issue of some of the farmers that need to use this product do not have smartphones. So if we could include agentic AI, whereby some of these images could be captured by drones, I think it will make their life easier. They will only get the information maybe on their phone to alert them there's a particular disease outbreak in their farm. So some of these, some of the benefits and prospects of agentic AI in crop image analysis. So we also know there are challenges. In Africa, we're looking at the African context, internet and infrastructure limitation, because agentic AI for me will require a lot of internet connectivity, real full time. There shouldn't be any cut at any point. To be 24/7. So it is going to be a challenge for us. Data bias and multilingual farmer support. Most of the farmers, the smallholder farmers in African context, they may not really understand English. The real farmers in the bush we need to have a multilingual platform that could translate some of these outcomes to their own local languages. Interoperability with IoT systems will also be a little issue, but those will be taken care of with research and proper collaboration. Governance and ethics for autonomous systems. There should be governance and ethics, because these days we talk about ethical AI, responsible AI usage. There should be human in the loop. Whatever we're developing, the agentic AI, there should be human in the loop to avoid tampering human rights of farmers. They should also be included, inclusivity. They should also be aware of what we're doing and how these agents will help them with their farming activities better. So in conclusion, the tomato leaf app I just showed is a normal AI diagnostic power, and the agentic AI extends this to autonomy and collaboration. There will be autonomous response and activities. The future is AI that acts intelligently and ethically. Ethically, very important. Looking at the realities on ground, very important. African context, very important. Both from starting from the data sets to training the model, getting the agents, we have to include others. So towards resilient, sustainable agricultural systems, that is what definitely, if we involve agentic AI, we will have. So thank you very much. I hope I kept the time.
You did, Ugochi. Thank you so much. And wow, what a lot of information that you packed into that short talk. And yeah, I think it was really wonderful just to see everything, you know, that you covered there, from how to extend your app in terms of the benefits and also the challenges, which you raised some really important ones that I think are important for this community, this global RDA community. So thank you very much. Please can I remind anybody to post any questions for Ugochi in the chat, and she will kindly answer them directly for you. So thank you. I will now share my